Hello everyone, my name is Igor and today I'm gonna show you guys how to replace the Q system touchscreen on a Cadillac CTS 2014. It's this guy right here. So it's pretty common issue with the Q system touchscreens going out. They sometimes even crack or do some weird stuff. In my case, it just doesn't respond to my commands. So sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just doing its thing. It can change the radio station for me or stuff like that. So it definitely needs to be fixed. So that's what we're gonna do right now. To do that, I ordered the replacement touchscreen. It's right here. It's actually pretty cheap. It's like $35 or something like that. So it just the touchscreen itself, I'm gonna show you it a little bit later. It should be a relatively simple repair. So the issue with the touchscreen, it's not responding sometimes, and sometimes it just pressing the random buttons for me, and as you can see right now, it got stuck on a play button, and you see it just doesn't respond to anything. And yeah, so that's what's happening. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. So that's the reason I'm gonna replace it. And the first thing you want to do, you want to turn the car off. Also, the main tool pretty much for whole job is gonna be the plastic pry bar. So if you're doing it yourself, make sure you have it. And yeah, so let's start. So we're gonna start with this panel right here on the top. So we're just gonna pry it up a little bit nicely and pop off the clips. So we got it popped off. There is one connector right here for the headlight sensors. You have to disconnect it. And there is actually another one for the heads-up display. So I got this panel off. I'm just gonna set it on a side. So the next thing you want to do, we want to take this panel off. And to do so, there is some screws we need to take out. Let me go and show them to you through the windshield. So there is a screw over here, and there is a couple more along the panel. So I'm gonna take them off real quick. I took off all of the bolts which are holding this panel from the top, and right now I'm gonna pry it off, and I'm just gonna leave it hanging in there. We are not gonna take it off completely. You just want to leave it just like this. The next thing, we want to take off this vents and trim right here. And to do that, there is two bolts, one on each side, and we're gonna undo them real quick. So we just take it off like this and putting it on the side. So just two clips right here, put it on the side, and there is gonna be more bolts. So we need to take off first of all these two bolts right here, one on the left top corner and one on the right top corner. That's what we're gonna do right now. So and then there is two bolts on the middle and two bolts on the bottom. So right now we have all of 6 bolts which are holding the unit in out, and we're gonna pull the unit out. So there is first plugs which you want to unplug. It's on the sides for the buttons right here. They're simple plugs. You just take them off. So this is the side plugs which I unplugged from here. There is a little locking pins on the plugs right here. You have to push it in order to pull it out. And right here there is 3 other plugs which we're gonna take out right now, and we're gonna take the whole unit out, and I'm gonna set it on a table, and I'm gonna show you exactly what we need to do to replace the touchscreen. Alright, so I have my unit already out of the car over here, and the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take off the 6 bolts right here to take off the side panels. The next thing we want to do, we want to take off all of this Phillips screws. After we took off all of this Phillips, there is a couple more, 2 more on each side over here, and the side ones, so we're gonna take them off as well. So after all of the Phillips screws are taken off, you can just pull out this back cover. So when you have the back cover off, you want to take off these 2 Phillips screws over here, and also you want to gently unplug this little plug with the plastic trim remove tool or something like that. Just like this. And then you want to remove the 5 Phillips screws over here. After you removed those 5 screws which are holding this compartment over here, you need to loosen 2 screws, 1 on each side, located over here, right here. You don't need to take it off, you just loosen it like 2 turns. 1 over here and the other one on the other side. So after you loosen those 2 bolts on each, like 1 bolt on each side, you can actually take off this compartment. There is 2 tabs, you just push on them and it should just pop right off. So the next step, as you can see, I flipped the unit over, and we need to unplug this connector right here, and you just have to be very careful while doing this, because if you break it, most likely the whole unit would need to be replaced. So we just taking our pliers right here, lift it up gently, and then we disconnected our touch screen right here. After we unplugged our touch screen, we can start unscrewing our actual touch screen from the unit. So there is 3 bolts on each side, so right here, and on the bottom there is 2 in the middle top, and then another 3 on the side, here, and here, and the 1 right here on the bottom. So I'm just gonna take them out. Okay, so since I removed all the bolts which are holding the screen in place, we can gently pull it out. Here it is. And I'm gonna get our new screen, which is right here. Just make sure you pull out this protective film from the inside of the screen before installing it. And then you want gently to put this connector in same hole it was going through originally. So before gonna start bolted everything down, I'm just gonna connect the radio real quick and make sure it works. Okay, so it's a good sign, it works. So right now we're gonna put everything back. So I finally assembled everything back together, and the final thing is take off this film. There we go, brand new touchscreen. So everything works, as you guys can see. I'm very happy about it because it was my first time doing it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button for me and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Stay tuned.